right, live in three, two, one. Ooh, oh wait, Will's gone. That's right, I knew that. There we go. Oh. All right, hey, go ahead and talk again.
All good?
Yes,
Howdy.
all good.
Beautiful.
All right, live in three, two, one. Ooh. All right. There we go.
All good?
I heard myself on. I have the stream running on my other monitor, so the delay came through, and then I heard myself talking. I was like, "That's weird." But, hello, welcome
Howdy,
back.
folks. Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a minute. We took a bit of a break. Just try and kind of sort out how we want to move forward, and also I think we all just kind of needed a bit of a
It's good to take
breather.
breaks every now and again.
Yes, got to take breaks. You don't want to be working hard and all the time, and wear yourself out that way.
Yeah.
And then you're just not making as good of a weather themed podcast as you could, And who wants
Exactly.
that?
Exactly.
Got to be at the top of your game.
Exactly.
We're gonna be trending in the cringy weather themed podcast category. It's gonna be great.
You know what? That's cringy is my middle name, so
Dude, I was born cringy.
exactly.
Let's just get in front of it. Hop in front of that bus while you can. No, I think we got a pretty chill episode in store today for our first
Yeah.
episode back.
Pretty laid back. I don't have a ton lined up for this one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tight. Talking about whatever. I feel like it doesn't even have to be weather today. I feel like there's a bunch of stuff we can just randomly talk about.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, there's just not much going on across the country.
Yeah,
We got stuff
been
popping
kind
off in your neck of the woods, kind of, sort of, cloud wise.
Yeah. Oh my God! I see the sun. It's a modern miracle. Let me tell you, folks. Just the absolute. As somebody who likes sunlight, the absolute lack of sunlight we've had here in State College is just made me miserable. We have a stalled out low over Canada. It's been there for like 4 days now. That just brought nothing but rain. I can see my rain gauge right now. It's been nothing but like a misty kind of rain for most of the time, and we're already at like 2 inches of rain from just that. So it's been just nonstop like misty rain. It's not fun. It's so bad that the inside of my car is like humid and smells a little like mildew
Ooh,
because it's been so humid and wet here.
that's a no for me. Do you? Where's your rain gauge at?
I have
Bet you
it
can
right
see it.
outside the door. It's right outside the door. There's not really a great place to put it because if I put it like in an ideal place, the lawn care company here does not give a crap and they will just straight up run it over. They already broke one of my solar lights doing that.
Oh, really?
Uh, but it's kind of out a little bit on the side next to where our AC unit is. It's there. It's decent enough. I can see it if I'm sitting here. It's good enough. I have a weather station, like a cheap, like $40 one that I put outside finally. It's currently 52 degrees right now.
You're such a nerd, dude.
Central pressure is we're sitting at a good 991. It's pretty low here right now because of that low pressure system. So
Dude,
that's not standardized. That's actual like it doesn't account for like sea level pressure.
yeah, yeah. No, I honestly, I want a weather station, but I'm just gonna wait till I have an actual house. Because living in an apartment, I tried that. I had it was like one of the cheaper end clocks that you can get that has like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
weather, and like it comes with a little box and you stick it outside and whatnot. Within a week, it just got mauled. I don't know what
Oh,
animal, weed eater. I don't know what, but something mauled it, and I
see,
was
I'm
like,
lucky.
yeah, well,
I'm lucky. I have a covering on my porch, and that had built-in like claw hooks, and so I just put it right up there.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
What I really want, oh, I might be running blank on the name. They're like $400. They're I think it's Davis Instruments.
Davis is always good. I have one
The
that might
Vantage
work.
Pro. The Vantage Pro.
Yes,
I want
classic.
a
It's a
Vantage Pro
classic.
so
Okay.
bad.
That's the one that has like the stake in the ground and you stick it like 10
Hmm.
feet up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a
Steak not
classic.
included. You have to provide your
Yeah.
own steak, I'm pretty
And, you
sure.
know, little,
But
little PVC pipe will do.
dude, I want to mount one of those on a truck.
Oh, it'd be awesome. You get demolished occasionally,
Oh
but
yeah. Could I've been thinking a lot about in my abundance of spare time, which I actually don't have, but I pretend to have. Um, I've been thinking about the practicality of weatherproofing a storm chasing vehicle, not to the extent of a Dominator, but like, you know,
you'd have to put a hail guard over it, and then you'd
yeah,
have to somehow mount the weather station probably under that hail guard.
yeah. So I've actually, oh, dude, I've been waiting to do this. All right, here we go. I'm pulling up Microsoft Paint.
Oh boy, oh boy. Just on a little while he does that. I used to work for customer service for Weatherflow Tempest, and they make weather stations that are fully integrated into one unit. There's like no moving parts into it, and they're pretty good. Mine's back at home right now. They sent me one that way I could know how to use the dang thing when I'm helping people out. Sitting back home on my fence line. It's
Do you have Microsoft
does pretty
Paint on
good.
your setup?
I should.
Do we want to just like, because I do want to preface, we haven't planned anything for this episode. There's not much
We're just
going on
we're
weather-wise,
going
so we're
for it.
just kind of chit-chatting today. But do we want to just pull up Paint and hash out some storm chasing vehicle schematics?
Go for it. And, I can leave the drawing up to you. I think if I open Paint right now, my computer might explode. So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm working with Microsoft Surface Book 2. I think is what I have. I got it back before I went to college. Served me well since, but especially when I'm streaming, it likes to scream like it's being abused.
Oh, poor guy.
And heaven forbid I run OBS at any time. Other news, if you can't tell, I'm pretty excited. Sixers have got a playoff game coming tonight. I know probably most people don't really care, but I'm a big Phillies sports fan here. My boy Bryce Harper for the Phillies. Dude had a major injury surgery back in I think it was November. He's gonna be back potentially playing Tuesday. I am psyched about that. Baseball's just better when Bryce Harper's playing. So.
I don't keep up with sports much, as you know, but I heard that the Rangers aren't horrible this year. So
No, they're not. They got a nice little team over there. I think they're first in their division right now. They got a nice little team over there. Oh, and the sun's gone. We're officially back into dreary darkness. Dude, I was driving to the store earlier. There was the stuff that's coming up here. It's like minorly convective,
mhm.
but the we get with these ridges that we have around us, we get a little bit of like a ridge convection kind of mechanism that happens that can enhance that a little bit. There were some gnarly mammatus clouds on the backside of a storm that came through earlier. I mean, it was some of the best mammatus I think I've ever seen on the back of this thing. I wasn't able to get a picture because I was driving, but
Oh man, dude, I've seen like, okay, so it family friendly podcast. However, it's not a real secret that mammatus are named after a particular feature of the female human body. That's what it's named after. It's kind of like, mammogram or that.
yeah.
I've seen some really droopy mammatus clouds. Like I've seen some mammatus clouds that appear to defy physics. Some really unfortunate, but
I'll tell you what though.
it's always when you're driving when you can't get a picture.
Yeah.
But man,
I'll tell you
mammatus
what
are
though.
cool. I love mammatus.
They're especially on the backside of a supercell. They are such a sight to behold. I mean, it's kind of like the final touch on just what makes a supercell perfect. get these pockets of cold air descending on the backside. Oh, it's just awesome. Dude, we had when that storm came through earlier. It was 46 degrees out, and yet we were getting rain, and maybe it was just small hail, but it looked almost like sleet mixed in. It was a little weird, but I mean, I guess hail's possible given the elevation and then it being cold enough. If it was minorly convective, I could see it.
All right, so so this is my best attempt at a Ford Ranger.
That's it. It's a nice Ford we got going.
How did you know that was a Ford Ranger?
It has the look of a Ford.
It has okay.
It's got the Ford look.
So, like, full disclosure, my ideal storm chasing vehicle is omni-purpose. Like, I want to be able to move, like, lumber and Christmas trees and go camping with it.
So we got to have a winch on the front.
Yes, winch on the front.
Got to have a winch.
Of course. Winch on the front. And then, so for the windows, right? So I don't want to replace a windshield every 2 days. I'm not worried about the body. My truck can look like a golf ball for all I care.
Sure.
It's a badge of honor. I have no problem with the body being all dented. The windshield's a problem. So, on like the back of trucks, they'll have like on the back windows they'll have like some kind of like metal grates that kind of cover the window. So I'm thinking something like that on the back. I don't know.
That's probably not street legal. On the front.
Yeah, not on the front. So something like that on the back windshield.
Well, then what you do with the front is you just build a little steel overhang over the front.
Well, see, I've thought of that, right? Steel overhang
Plus
the clear flex tape.
Ooh.
Just a layer of clear flex tape over the top.
Not even like a plexiglass or anything?
I think
you're giving flex tape a hell of a promotion here if that can work.
This podcast is not sponsored by Flex Tape. However,
but Phil Swift, if you want to give us some money, please do.
Phil Swift, if you want to like be the best man at my wedding,
Phil
you're
Swift,
more than welcome.
I will let you saw me in half and put me back together with Flex Tape.
Oh my gosh. Oh dude, I just thought of the funniest thing. If I were a like an animator or something, I would totally do like a Saw parody with Phil Swift. He's like, the key to the lock of the collar bomb around your neck is implanted in this 5-gallon bucket of Flex Seal that's dried. You have to use this hammer to pull it out in like 2 minutes, or the bomb. Like, that would be funny. That would be
Phil Swift is just a murderer who goes around turning people into Flex Tape mummies.
I could see that. Not that I could see Phil himself doing that, but I could see that being like a premise for a movie or something. Like, just the Flex Tape murders.
Oh man.
So, yeah, I don't know. Some kind of cage, hail cage at the top. I've also thought of previously, and I don't know. Whoops. I don't know the functionality of it. By the way, I haven't used Microsoft Paint since like 5th grade, if you can't tell.
I can't tell you the last time I used it.
So I've also thought of like, something that's, if you have, there we go. So it's like a mesh cage like that, but it's got 2 rails on the top of the car, and so it's just like a panel that would slide out until it gets to the point where it can pivot, and then it would pivot down. Does that make, like, do you know how like those, like sometimes on the windows, like you'll push it up the window will slide through a track till it gets to a certain point, and then it
Yeah,
becomes
yeah,
free and can pivot
yeah.
like that, but on the top. So it's like,
And if you want to get real crazy and put some money into it, you could automate it in the same way a sunroof is automated. Just hit a
yes,
button.
dude. And that, I don't think that'd be too hard. You just need like a belt and a little
Yeah,
tiny
yeah,
baby motor.
that wouldn't be too awful.
You could do that. Yeah, so that for my front, that'd be good. And then, like, of course, a big old nasty grill guard at the front because it's a truck. I have to. Of course, we're gonna raise the whole truck a bit. All right, so just gonna lift it, and then yeah, and the mesh on the back. I'd want some like little work lights, like some yellow work lights at the top.
We had those for Tyler's truck whenever we'd storm
We
chase. We had
did.
amber lights that we would flip on.
I remember you had an extra one that I
Yeah,
taped
we
to the back of
we
my poor
we
Chevy
were smart.
Cruze.
We only really turned it on when there was actually a tornado that we were near to like give people some indication that there was like a tornado near. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like there's people who go around, they turn their lights on their entire storm
Just
chase
do it
like
the whole time,
morons.
yeah.
But yeah, I
Oh,
think we did that when we were chasing down in Dallas one time. We were coming back. We had busted down in Hill Country, which don't even get me started on that day. That day was a waste. But we got back into Fort Worth, and the tornado warning sirens started going off and everything. We were probably about half a mile south of the circulation. We flipped our lights on, dude. We had a line of cars behind us, just sitting behind us. We were like the
oh,
lead
dude.
car in this pack.
Dude, I that always makes me nervous when a bunch of other cars and stuff are like out with you, because
Yeah.
then like I feel first of all, if other people are following me because they're under the presumption that I know what I'm doing, I don't. So,
Yeah,
you know,
I don't recommend anybody if you ever see me out storm chasing and don't tell me that you're with me, don't follow me because I'm not making decisions knowing that you're following.
hmm yeah. Then I'm afraid I'm gonna lead somebody somewhere wrong or.
Chasing with multiple cars is, I think, as we found out the hard way, is not very fun.
Well, I don't think it's a problem as long as
You'll get stopped by trains and
I think what we lacked on that chase was walkie talkies.
yeah,
Like if we
that made
just
it
had
difficult. Well, if
because
you had a CB radio,
yeah or something because like full disclosure, bad decision on my part. I'm never going to do it again. Yes, it was illegal. But when we were doing that, I was checking our route updates via Snapchat.
yes, yeah, we were
I
not
was somewhere
we were
towards the
trying to
back.
use the walkie-talkie feature on iPhone, and it just wasn't quite working the way I'd hoped. We did
I
have walkie-talkies that we used, but there was a little bit of interference from the
I didn't
storms, and
realize
it was
iPhone
kind of
has a
difficult.
walkie-talkie feature.
Yeah, if you have an Apple Watch too, you can just
Oh, I
straight to
know.
your Apple Watch.
That's cool though. That would be cool.
Yeah, it was, but I think we relied mostly on just Kylie and Sarah kind of
Yeah, but
calling each
the
other.
communication definitely with multiple vehicles you have to be more cautious of it, but I think it is doable. Oh, I forgot. I want a snorkel. That's not a snorkel. I want a snorkel in case we go through a river. Really, this is just my camping truck. My camping truck with a hail guard. Oh, where'd Will go? Hello? Uh-oh. Hang on. We're missing Will. Hmm. You there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. What
Okay,
happened?
yeah. Oh, Streamlabs just randomly kicked me out.
Okay. Good
It's
to
very
know.
weird. It's very weird.
Man, I realize I'm very inexperienced with the whole streaming thing, but Streamlabs is not very intuitive.
Uh,
I feel like I'm always
Learning
running.
something.
Yeah, or there's always an issue and I don't know how to fix it, and then I have to spend like an hour doing research on how to fix it, and then it usually doesn't fix it. Like it doesn't
Luckily, as
actually
long
fix it.
usually if I just join right back, it solved it. It seemed like I don't know why it kicked me out, but whatever. I don't remember what I was saying. I was going into. Can I just pick back up here? That day was a wild day in terms of chasing. Man, that supercell we got that day. If we had been there maybe an hour earlier, we wouldn't have seen the damn tornado it dropped. But man, we were northeast of it. Well, don't get any ideas. We were like 20 miles northeast of this thing, trying desperately to find a way to get down to it on these dirt roads as there's a mile wide wedge throwing softball sized hail around 20 miles to our south. I was so upset. There were all those dirt road closures and all that crap that wouldn't let us get down there.
Yeah, that was a good day though. You know,
Was
I had a lot of fun. I remember, where did we go to eat afterwards? And
the Bricktown Ale
Bricktown,
House.
right? Yeah.
I felt
So
so bad. We walked in like 30 minutes before this place closed.
okay, yes, I felt bad too, but in our defense, Apple Maps said it was open an hour later than it actually
True,
was.
true. So
Because we
blame
were
them.
we were cognizant, like, as you know, anybody who's ever had to work with, like a service in which people kind of like call in during open hours or show up or something. The worst thing ever is when somebody's like hitting you up to do something a minute before you're supposed to leave or whatever, or like 10 minutes before you're supposed to leave. I had that when I worked for the Oklahoma Mesonet all the time. Like, because
Yeah, I felt awful doing that. The problem was there was nowhere else open, and we were kind of. I mean, we could have went
we
to
were
McDonald's, I
starving, to be
guess, but
honest.
yeah, we walked in, and then by the time we had sat down, we realized like what the issue was. And at that point, it was
Well, it was on
super
the
awkward to
door.
just leave. Yeah,
So I think it was like Apple Maps said it closed at like 11, and it was like
it was
9.
10.
It
Yeah, 9:55.
it
We
was like
walked in there.
9:50. We're like, oh, okay, cool. And then we got there, and it was on the door that it closed at 10. And we're like, oh, well, there's no one in here, and they're cleaning up. And then the lady was like, oh, it's fine, just come on in. We
I
don't
still felt
mind. I
bad.
was like,
I
yeah,
still felt bad.
I did too.
I hate doing that. Food is fantastic though. That place. If you guys are ever out in Oklahoma, I think there's one. There's one in Lawton, Oklahoma, and there's one in Oklahoma City. It's called the Brooktown Brewery. My God, do they know how to make good food?
Mac and cheese.
Is that what you got?
I got the mac and cheese.
They're I don't remember exactly. I think it's the breakfast burger. Oh my God.
Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of somewhere else. I did get the breakfast burger. Where did I get the mac and cheese at?
Matt, you got me interested with this mac and cheese now.
I got. Huh. I guess I don't remember. I must have got it somewhere else. But.
You know where's got good mac and cheese?
Because.
Louis at Campus Corner at OU. You ever had their mac and cheese?
Dude, when I went back up to OU, Diamond Dogs closed down. And
Yeah.
it's a Cane's now.
Yes, it's the world's largest canes. Did you know that?
It's the world.
It's the
That's
largest canes
cool.
in the U.S.
That's really cool. Although I hate that Diamond Dogs is gone because I really like Diamond Dogs.
Diamond Dogs closed down, came back, and then closed down again. Like that kind of sucks.
It was the pandemic, dude.
Yeah,
It killed
but
them.
dude, thank God they put a canes like at least reasonably close to campus. It's not the same as it being in the bottom of
No.
Adams, but for those who don't know, the OU used to have three. They still do technically have three dorm towers for the main dorms for freshmen. They're tearing them down and building new, very nice facilities there.
Mhm.
I've seen the renderings. They are very nice.
Hopefully with more parking, right? There's supposed to be a new parking garage
Supposed
too.
to be, supposed to be. But these buildings aren't towers. They're like 5 stories tall and longer. I don't know how they're gonna fit this into
I
like
was wondering that too.
the WAM might be made smaller. I don't know. I think they might demolish that shopping center where the Pizza Hut is.
Hmm.
There's a Papa John's. I think they might be demolishing that.
Good. Good.
That was
Get
where the
rid of it.
post office is. I mean, but these I can send you. I can see. Have you seen the renderings for it?
I saw one at one point when
I saw a recent thing about the floor plan for it, and I need to see
man,
if I can find
all
it.
these kids are spoiled, dude.
I know they don't get the mold of living in the tower. I
Right.
got to live in Boren Hall, which was just bleh.
Dude, have I ever told you my my Adams Hall mold story?
I don't think you have.
So I lived in Adams Hall. By the way, Adams Hall is the first one getting torn down. For those who don't know, so there's three towers. There's Adams, Couch, and I'm running blank. What's the other one? I'm running blank. What's the other?
What should you say?
Adams, Couch, and
Walker.
Walker. Duh. So Adams was really cool in that it had a.
I'm gonna put this in the string chat so
Oh yeah,
everybody can
sure.
look at this if they want to. This article for the new OU dorms.
We can go and pull it up. I scooted my truck over so you could give me instructions to draw your truck, but we can do that in a second because this is more
yeah.
important. So Adams had a Canes on the first floor,
Right at the bottom, man.
right at
And
the
it was
bottom,
open,
right.
open until like 2 in the
Three.
morning.
It was open till 3. I think. Pretty sure it was 3 or 2. But so it was so great freshman year. Just go downstairs, get your Canes, walk right back up. I had Canes probably 2 times a week, maybe, maybe
Same.
more on some really bad weeks. That lasted for about a semester and a half. Then I got really tired of Canes and I didn't eat Canes for like a year. But honestly, like it was just so nice being able to just walk downstairs and get Canes. But so yeah, so that was Adams. But Adams, despite having the Canes, was the worst building because it was just falling apart. There was mold everywhere.
It was the oldest of the towers.
Yeah, it was built in like the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was black mold on our ceiling.
Ugh.
Me and my roommate at the time, who I really didn't like, um, I don't think he's ever going to see this, so whatever. Anyway, didn't like him. He was awful. But he didn't seem to really mind the black mold growing on our ceiling. So I asked maintenance to come clean it up or something. And when the guy got there, he was like, "Oh, that's not mold. That's like that's like soda or something that you've sprayed on the ceiling." I was like, "No, it's not. It's mold. Like it's been growing there since I moved in. I would like someone to clean it, or like I don't know, hypoallergenic my apartment or something." He was like, "No, that's not mold. That's a mess you made. You have to clean up." I was like, "Okay, whatever." So I just put on a little mask before. This was before everybody had a mask in their pocket. I went and got some masks and I just cleaned it up myself. But
Yeah.
yeah, Adams needs to be leveled and incinerated, and the ashes scattered to the winds, and then
But
maybe.
yeah, they're doing that, and look at the damn plan for these new. Yeah, they're basically getting rid of the wham. It looks like.
Okay, so all it put in the chat was 3 dots. So maybe just drop it in the Discord and
Okay,
I'll open it on stream. Oh,
that's weird. I'll put it in the general chat here.
okay.
Actually, I think what I'm looking at here, I think I'm looking like if you're looking straight overhead, this is where Adams used to be, and Walker Building is like to the top of. Yeah, that's what it is. Walker Building is to the top of this image. So these buildings are actually a little bit smaller than I thought they'd be.
Yeah, they're not as tall. I wonder
Like
how
what
much
is?
that's gonna jack up the tuition
Oh,
though.
they already raised tuition. It's $195 million for the total plan.
Golly.
This will replace
Oh,
Walker.
sweet Batman.
So they're going to replace Adams and Walker and keep Couch, I guess. This first building will be completed in the summer of 2025.
I mean, they look nice.
They do look very nice. And it matches the rest of campus.
It does. That's the biggest problem with that they need to work on. I think is the buildings don't match. You have all these beautiful ancient like old architecture buildings, and they look all nice, and then you have like the blender.
Don't get me started on that.
Like
One
it's
of my
the
senior photos.
ugliest building.
One of my senior photos is me giving the blender the bird.
That's good.
I hate that building
I
so
hate the
much.
building. I hate every class that was taught in
Oh,
it.
but guess what? It was built in the 80s and the 70s, or excuse me, the 60s and the 70s. It's
That's
riot. It's riot proof. That's why they built it. Did you have to make it look like a
did they?
piece of crap?
Is it actually like I know that's the meme, but is it actually riot proof?
Yes, it's
That's
built to have
funny.
multiple exits from like any point.
Well,
I don't know how
supposedly,
there's multiple exits on the 12th floor, but
I mean, there's windows; those are exits.
I okay, good luck with that one.
No, like, is it true that there's a bomb shelter too under the like under the library or
I've
something?
heard there's like Cold War tunnels, and
Yeah,
somebody at some point got like expelled for going in the tunnels. I don't know how true that is.
I
I
don't know
haven't
either.
found.
There's always
I
weird little
I would
campus
believe it.
rumors and stuff, but yeah,
I'd believe it.
there is okay. There is a spot that I think might be an entrance to one that's been walled off. I
Hmm.
wonder if I can find a picture of it. Okay, I'm gonna.
Well, you think,
Oh, not that.
if you think about it, if you go up Asp, right, you know where the swimming facility is on Asp
Uh huh.
and what's that road right there? Is it Imhoff? I don't think it's Imhoff.
What road are you talking about that intersects with
So if
Asp?
you go Asp, right past where if you go south of the towers to where what the heck's the newer apartment complex? Where the freshmen were living now.
Oh, oh,
I know this.
me too.
Right by the golf course. No, not the golf course.
Yeah.
The tennis courts right there.
Yes. The
There's a there's an entrance way down to I
can't
think
think
what
of
is
it.
utility pipes and whatnot. But everything's underground, so there's definitely tunnels that run under the campus for sure.
Oh.
I again I don't know the validity to these Cold War tunnels, but I'd wager to believe they're true. I'm interested to see what they do. I mean, they just built these. They have to demolish these now. These damn like multi-million-dollar storm shelters they built less than 10 years ago
Why?
because they're attached to Adams and or Adams Walker and Couch, right? I guess they have to because how are you going to demolish those buildings and keep that intact? That seems
I
almost
I feel like you could demolish the top half of a building and leave the basement intact.
yeah, but the storm shelters are on the first floor.
Oh, that's right. They are. Interesting. Yeah, I guess that's kind of a waste of money, I suppose.
You'd have to like very slowly. They're probably just going to implode the towers. That's what I would do. I'd be prepared to have cancer-inducing dust everywhere. But
Oh yeah, everybody's gonna get mesothelioma.
you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma. Call now.
If you have died from mesothelioma, please call the following
That reminds me.
helpline.
I saw a meme the other day, and it was a news reporter. We reached out to the person who died in this stabbing, but could not get into contact.
That's weird. So my the thing I'm thinking of is okay. So on the South Oval,
Mhm.
do you remember that building we always had to do like physics and chemistry stuff in,
Yeah.
but not the chemistry labs because that was in
Yes.
what's it called? This one right here.
Um.
It's not
Um.
Dale.
It is Dale, isn't
It's
it?
is it Dale? I thought this one
Dale
was
Hall, right,
Dale.
right there, right across Lindsay Street.
Yeah, no, not right across Lindsay Street. The one that's farther down the South Oval.
Oh, towards the library.
Uh huh.
Um.
This
I
one here,
was
43 or 42.
Yeah. I always just called it the physics building.
Anyway,
Is it
so
Nielsen? Nielsen.
Nielsen. Okay, so Nielsen has those big stairs going up. If you know,
Yeah.
right off the South Oval, there's those big stairs that go up to the first door. If you go
Mhm.
under the stairs, there's an archway, a brick archway.
That actually goes to the basement of Nielsen.
Well, it
I've been down
does.
there.
So
I've been
like
down there.
so the door where the basement to Nielsen is directly in front of you. To your right, there is a brick archway that has been concreted off.
Interesting.
That's my guess. That's where I think the tunnels probably are.
Interesting. Well, there's I guarantee you, there's some under the biz.
Probably, for sure.
That whole old area of campus, there's probably tons of them.
Secret OU tunnels.
I wonder if I can. I'm gonna search that real quick.
All right. While you do that, do you want to maybe try and describe your vehicle to me?
Oh man.
What color do you want, first of all?
Oh, I'm a big like smoke gray guy.
Ooh.
Um, that's let me. Yes, there are 7 miles of utility tunnels, some dating back to 1948 under the main campus. There's tunnels between 3 of the engineering buildings.
That I don't doubt.
There's a music library in Catwood. Okay, yeah, that's true.
Oh no.
I'm gonna have to do some more research. But yeah, I'm a big Forerunner guy, and I like gray. And gray is kind of my go-to color for that.
I'm assuming you want it lifted, right?
Oh yeah, of course,
Okay.
of course.
Well, I'm actually
And
gonna lift yours instead of just chopping off the tires.
and so since
Yeah.
Foreigners, I don't gotta worry about a bed since it's all an SUV. It's already naturally good to go off road.
Oh, you want a
I would
Forerunner?
big fan. I'm a big fan of them. I'm trying to think like what else would I put like on it? You would have to have kind of like similar to what you have, like a hail grate, in my opinion. Uh, Definitely some sort of weather station.
Oh yeah, I didn't put that
somehow.
on mine. I want my views thing right here.
Um,
And also, yeah, with like a little hail cage around it too.
yeah, and I wouldn't have to worry about that in the Forerunner since it's covered. I can just hop in the back, and the back window opens. Like there's a button you can actually like slides open, so I can take photos at the back of my Forerunner.
Yeah, I didn't know you wanted a Forerunner. I'm gonna have to make an adjustment here.
I'm trying to think, what else would I put on it? Definitely need some sort of winch. That's critical.
Get you a winch.
Uh, man, oh man. I'm not going to be metering tornadoes like a moron, so I'm not going to do like stakes or anything.
Yeah. This is more of a getting there kind of vehicle.
Now, if I ever,
Winch
tell you what though,
parts.
tell you what, if I could ever afford the money, I would put a small radar on it.
How
Try to
would you
get
even
data.
do that?
Kind of like how you ever see what Reed has on Dominator One? It's a panel radar.
He has a
It's like
radar and Dom 1?
yeah, yeah. There's a radar on it at one point. I don't know if it still is, but there was a radar there. Let me see if I can find a picture of it and send it to you.
Oh, I was looking one up.
Okay. Yeah, there was a radar on it at one point. He could tilt it up and get like data from it. He had cannons on the side where he'd launch probes into the storm, which that's pretty freaking cool. You see, he's got all of them back up and running in order.
He's got all the Dominators.
They're gonna be out May 3rd
That's
for
cool.
this severe weather event coming up. They're gonna be out. It feels like 2010 all over again.
Hey guys, it's May 3rd all over again. It happens. It's the weirdest thing. May 3rd happens every year.
Every year, yeah.
So where's the radar on this thing?
Let me see what you got cooking here.
Dominator. There we go.
It should be kind of like, it looks like a white and black box.
Black box. This is the first Dominator, right?
Yeah, let me see.
No, that's
if I
3.
can-
Dom 3.
let me-
That's Dom 2.
my keyboard.
I would kind of like to line X the outside of a truck, but my big concern is it's going to be way too much weight. Like, Reed can line X his truck because he's got a special truck with all sorts of
Yeah.
like reinforcements and stuff, but I think the weight would make it a problem on my little Ford Ranger. By the way, do you know why I want a Ranger and not an F-150? Because I think I like the smaller
Yeah.
vehicle. I think it'd
Mhm.
be a bit more agile, and also I
Yeah.
think that would make it better for when I'm not storm chasing. I want to go like overlanding and stuff. So I think the
Oh, for
weight would
sure.
be.
Oh, my keyboard is not working.
Oh, is it this thing? Oh
Let's
wait,
see.
I'm dumb. I didn't pull the. You have no idea what I've been talking about. That's my bad. I didn't pull the picture up. I think
Um,
that's it right there,
I don't. I think
right? Does that
that might be
fold
a new
up?
one. That might be a new one that they put on it. There was an old. Let me see if I can find a picture of it.
Okay, if you can find it, that'll be good because I'm
My
not.
keyboard is not working, so I'm going to type on my screen here. So excuse
Yeah, this
the
is the
outbreak.
probe launcher.
Yeah, there's like cannons on the side.
Dude, we could totally design like the beefiest storm chasing truck ever.
Let me see if I can find a damn picture of this thing. Can you see it here? I can't tell.
Yeah, for people who are confused why.
Oh, yeah, I think that the one you're pointing out that might be a new one. Let me send you this
Oh yeah,
photo.
this one's the new one. He was in Men's Journal.
How about that? In this photo here, you can see like two pegs on the back left of the vehicle. Um, and that's okay. I don't know how to
Where at?
send without. How do I send?
You can just drop in Discord and I can pull it up.
There we go. There we go. On the back left, or excuse me, back right. So kind of to the straight left of the vehicle, you'll see two prongs. That's where the radar used to be, like the old one.
Oh, okay, it's right there. Okay, that's cool though. I mean, like the practicality of having a radar is still like you got to have the money for it, and you got to have the.
Yeah,
This is an old one. This is from 2019. That's cool though. Reed got to be in Men's Journal.
that's cool.
But we've talked before on the show about why some people are like allowed is not a good word because it like you don't want to be like gatekeeping, but some people do have a pass to get way too close to the tornado,
Oh, for sure.
and this guy is one of them because I mean
Yeah,
look at what he drives.
and you might have seen some tweets from our Twitter account. Those were created by me because I have some feelings on that. If I'm allowed to go on a little bit of a rant
Oh, go
here,
for it.
I saw some people after the last tornado that was down in Oklahoma, the EF3 that was west of I-35, coming at Reed for being way too close and driving on the wrong side of the road when he's reversing. Shut up. Just shut up. If anybody has earned the right to be directly northeast of a tornado, it's him. If you actually watch the video, instead of seeing 2 seconds of it and then immediately typing out your stupid, idiotic response, you would hear that he has supreme situational awareness. Like, he knew exactly what was going on. Before this thing occluded to the north the way he did, you could hear him saying that it's probably going to occlude to the north, hence why they backed up. They backed up well way out of the path. And yeah, there was still debris flying by them, but that's what Reed Timmer does. It's fine. And
Well,
guess what? He immediately engaged in search and rescue right after it went through. And for the whole, oh, he's driving backwards on the road, right in the middle of the road into the other lane. Who is going to be driving directly towards a tornado? And guess what? If they have to stop because Reed is backing up, he might have saved their lives. Just saying.
mm-hmm. Well, and the thing that we always at least point out is that if you're not really doing, if you're not like collecting data, there's not much of a. Ooh, excuse me. I inhaled some of my spit there. If you're not collecting data, there's not a reason to be that close. If you're taking pictures, you need to be pretty far back. But like he's collecting data, he's
Yeah,
sending
he
sensors,
exactly.
so he
He
has
has a
a
graviton sensor he's
reason to be
using.
there.
Yeah.
He has a reason to be
I mean,
there. And also, he drives this thing. Like,
well, he wasn't a Subaru at that point, but
oh, well.
he's going to be in the Dominators again. But again, look, it's not up to Reed Timmer to control how the new generation of younger storm chasers acts when they're storm chasing,
Yeah.
right? Everybody understands the danger of storm chasing. And if you're going to be the one to make poor choices, don't be the person to say, well, I saw so and so did it, so I thought it was okay. No, that's a cop out.
Everybody's responsible for themselves.
Exactly. Like, yes. And guess what? Reed's hosting a seminar, or has hosted, I'm not entirely sure, on safe chasing. But guess what? If you don't have 25 years of experience doing what he's doing, why would you do what he's doing? Just a legitimate question. Why would you think that you're capable of doing that? Just because he makes it look easy does not mean it's easy. Just because Tom Brady goes out and throws 500 touchdowns in the NFL, can you go out and throw 500 touchdowns in the NFL? No. He's just better at it. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, man. Yeah, we always seem to circle back to this topic. But, it's important. It's
I know.
important.
But it's been such an issue this year.
People just need to just be careful,
Yeah. It's been such an issue this year, and with too many people on Twitter think that their opinion actually means something.
Twitter in
Just
general
because you're
is just...
just because you're posting something on the internet, nobody has to care. Nobody cares about what you think. Good for you for putting your thoughts and feelings out there into the world, but nobody has to care.
Always the hottest takes here on the Reactivity podcast. You know what? I don't even mind, though. I think we were originally going to have a hot take segment.
I forgot about that.
Well, I think that's probably been scrapped at this point because we pretty much just do hot takes every episode.
That's true. We do.
And also, I can't think of a good stinger to do for it, like a little like video intro. I've tried. I'm just running blank. I had a few ideas, and I couldn't really bring them together very well. So I think with just the sheer enormity of how many hot takes we do, there's no point in making a segment for it because we'll do it anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But so that was kind of that there, I guess. But hey, you know what? It's always good to get it out there and air the laundry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see here. Do we want to kind of actually talk about the weather maybe a bit?
Yeah, sure.
On our weather podcast? Honestly, I don't even mind chit-chatting, but I do want to at least look at satellite a bit.
Mm-hmm. You can see this mess that's over me. I can see it there in the background of you, and I can already confirm that it looks as bad as it does just in that small little window.
Yeah, so let's throw up good old goes east. All right, there we go. So actually, let me get a full.
It's a massive low. I mean, it's a massive low pressure system.
Oh, hey, there he is. Oh yeah, look how far out that arm sweeps.
Yep.
That's good stuff, though. Very.
It's very much not good stuff.
Very small stream of clouds firing off in northern Oklahoma too, for some reason.
Yeah, I'd imagine that's probably it might just be popcorn thunderstorms. Maybe it's a very subtle boundary there. Maybe
I don't know. In this clear sector, you think
could be a very weak dry line developing.
Maybe. Well, let's check it out. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Could just even be a little bit of a short wave moving through too.
Actually, there's a little bit of cloud cover moving through Florida Panhandle. You can see, oh, look, my area, nice and dry as usual.
You want some of our rain?
Dude, I'd take it. God, it's so depressing how, green everything is until a certain point, and then it's just brown.
I know. But come chase season, there's no better place to be.
This zone, dude. That's the zone.
Tell you, I tell you what, you know what I miss most about the plains? It's not even the storms. It's just being able to see the sky in general. All these trees here are just they block out your view. I'm used to seeing like 80% of the sky, and now I get like 30 if I'm lucky. It kind of sucks.
Meanwhile, we've had nothing but clear, sunny days for a while.
I wish, man. We need it back here. We were like that for a while before this low moved in. It was gorgeous here. We almost hit 90 one day. It was crazy.
We got up to 93 or 94 the other day.
Should
Yeah.
use that day to go to the pool.
I was working. Yeah, so 15% on that day 4. I'm hesitant about this, at least for my purposes, whether or not I'll be out covering it. Um, Obviously, this 15% is going to include some other stuff around it once we actually get closer to time. It's probably going to expand a bit as well. But 15% on a day 4 is not bad.
No, not bad at
It's
all.
good. It's good starter.
I would imagine hail's probably gonna be the biggest threat, with kind of the way it's been.
Hail, and my guess, because it's such a skinny zone, that it's probably going to be a lot of wind
Yeah, it's
associated,
probably
like just straight down the.
yeah. It's a very small area. I'm kind of surprised. It seems like what'll happen is they'll probably get storms firing off of the dry line that, and just the overall storm motion vector is probably like 5 to 10 miles an hour. It's probably super slow.
Yeah. But I mean, that's day 4, so 1 through 3 is just kind of got a nice where'd that go? There we go. It's a very interesting shape.
I don't know. This belongs on the Weather Peens Twitter account. There's a Twitter account for that.
A little marginal on day 2 for my area.
Yeah. Hey, how about that?
Hey, I might get to
Might get some rain. You
Yeah.
might get some rain.
That would be just insane to have water that actually like comes from the sky. It's
Do you have any rivers that run through Lubbock?
no, I don't
There's
think
not
so.
really. I'm kind of upset.
We
There's
have a
like
lot of
not-
little like lakes and stuff, like ponds.
Mhm. There's nothing that runs through State College either. You would think with it being kind of in a valley, you might get some rivers, but really nothing that runs through here. It's kind of upsetting.
Well, there you go. There's Lubbock.
That's a great. Gotta love Google Maps. There we go.
Actually, okay, I guess we do. We have whatever this
Okay,
is.
yeah.
What is
So
that?
is that the Brazos?
Well, that's Canyon Lake number 6,
Oh,
apparently.
great naming. Great naming.
I'm gonna switch. Oh, okay, there we go. I was gonna say this isn't. This is taking its time, but yeah, I have no idea what this is. I haven't lived in Lubbock that long. For folks who are wondering how, I could possibly not know this much about the place I live in. Yeah, but apparently that's Canyon Lake number 6. So
Interesting. Is it in a canyon?
I don't think so. But apparently there's also five other ones. Maxie Lake and let's see, what's this? Some of these like little kind of like pond lake things are kind of around my area, so I've seen them around. Oh, I bet you these little ones are 4, 5, 3. I bet this one's number 6, and then like 5, 4, 3, 2, maybe. Maybe there is a bit of a canyon there. Can I? I'm gonna do. Yeah, there might be a little bit of a canyon there.
Interesting.
Not much of one though.
How is Lubbock? What are some things to do in Lubbock, Texas?
Whew. Things to do in Lubbock. There's a really nice Hobby Lobby. There's a Home Depot down the street too. It's pretty good.
So what I'm saying, what I'm hearing is it's smaller than it looks on a map.
It's about like Amarillo.
Okay,
There's I don't know what the size comparison is for Amarillo, but it has a very Amarillo feel.
gotcha. I feel like that's anywhere in West Texas, to be
Like
honest.
bigger than a small town, but there's just not that much.
Yeah, it's kind of why if I ever move to Texas, I want to be closer to Fort Worth. Kind of have like proximity to a big city, kind of
Mhm.
there. I don't like to live in a big city, but I like to have it there, like as an option if I wanted to, like go.
I I want like maybe a secluded ish house, like on the edge of a town.
There you go. Yeah.
But again, not too big of a city. I don't want to live in the DFW area. I just I hate all the traffic.
Well,
You
that's what you
know.
gotta live out. Yeah, a town like 20 minutes outside of DFW.
See, I wouldn't mind living in Lubbock if I had a house that's kind of outside of town that would help a bit,
Mm.
and B, like, well, if I had a, if well, I guess it boils down to having a house too. Because if I had a house, I would like dust proof all the windows, and then I wouldn't have dust piling up in my living room all the time.
Colin's living in the opening scene from Interstellar.
Dude, I'm living in the dust bowl. Basically, I'm living. It's just the grapes of wrath for me. Right? They were Dust Bowl. I don't know. I didn't actually read that book.
Uh, yeah, well, I think it's kind of like climate change kind of setting where
The
everything's dry.
the Grapes of
It
Wrath.
it kind of oh no, and Grips right. Oh, that I don't know.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I don't know. I got lost there.
I was talking about the Grapes of Wrath. I'm
I
pretty
just
sure
got a
that's set in the
I
Dust
got a
Bowl.
I just got a notification that Bryce Harper is back and healthy, so I'm
Oh, okay.
pretty ecstatic about that. Yeah, that's one I haven't read. I'm kind of surprised I haven't read that. You seem like you might be a fan. You ever read the Aragon books?
No, I haven't.
You should. You
I
should.
never did. They were always checked out in my
So
library,
good.
and then
They're
I
so
gave up.
good. They're so good. And they released a movie, Fox did back in like
I
2005.
remember the movie coming out. I remember people who read the books didn't like the movie.
Hated it. It
Yeah,
sucked. It's awful.
that's.
But now Disney Plus is doing a show adaptation
Oh
of it.
no! Stop, dude. Okay, we're in a bad state, film and media wise, because now we're recycling '90s stuff.
Well, no. You want to hear how bad we've really gotten?
What?
Netflix is doing a sequel adaptation to Avatar: The Last Airbender that follows them
To
in their adult lives, which
is
has some potential. That's got some potential to it.
it could be okay. We'll
It
see.
could if Netflix doesn't
Netflix.
screw it up.
I've noticed Netflix tends to be better when they're less hands on and when they let the person and like the
Yeah,
showrunner do better.
yeah.
For example, and since we're talking film and media today, apparently, Beef was really good. Um, and from what I understand, Netflix had very little to do with that. It was mostly A24. So that's, you know, I we'll see. But no, what I'm referencing is like, or maybe not even necessarily just '90s stuff, but like we're really digging the bottom of the barrel for reboots and remakes.
Yeah.
Like Disney Plus doing a Willow reboot, remake, sequel thing. Like who actually watched Willow? I didn't watch Willow.
I
Did
didn't.
anyone watch Willow?
I
But
didn't.
it needs to be resurrected after a couple decades to be drug out into the. It's like National Treasure too. Like, did anyone see the second National Treasure with Nick Cage?
I did. I did. And
Yeah,
I
well,
saw
I did. It
and I
wasn't
saw the third one.
it wasn't that good.
I saw the third one, and I think I saw the fourth one.
Whoa, wait, hang on.
Is there
There's
four? Is there four?
I don't think there's
I thought there was
four.
four. Is there three?
There's three.
Okay.
So there
I
were the
saw
two
three.
the two with Nick Cage. The first one was
Yeah.
was pretty good. The second one was meh. But then like it sat quiet for again like
Mhm.
a decade. And
Well,
then
that's like
Disney's like, well, we gotta keep making reboots of
Well,
things.
that's
Let's
like
do
who
National
kept.
Treasure. Everyone loved that
I
one.
remember even as a kid, I loved the first three Pirates of the Caribbean. Right, like
Hmm.
the first three are iconic. They're all good.
Yeah.
I remember being so bored in the fourth one. So bored.
Well, shoot, man. We're getting a Tron 3 now.
Okay,
It's like
cool, cool. I guess
with Jared Leto of all people.
he would. You put Jared Leto in any sort of futuristic role, he's automatically in.
I I feel like he will do better than his iteration of Joker. I think he I don't think he quite understood
No,
what to do with the Joker character, and so he just kind of did
everyone's gonna lose their
that.
minds when halfway through the movie he just busts out, "It's Morgan time."
It's Tron in time. Yeah, my favorite part of Tron 3 was when Jared Leto takes off his helmet and says, "It's Troning time," and then he trons all over the Tron.
I wish he would go back to making music because I'm
Did he
actually
make
pretty big.
music?
You ever heard of the band 30 Seconds to Mars?
No.
Really? You are you like an alt rock person at all?
I don't know what I am anymore, music
Go
wise.
go check, especially their older albums. Go check out some good 30 Seconds to Mars, man. He actually got a damn good voice,
Interesting.
and he was like a rock singer.
Huh.
He
Yeah,
was
maybe
making like
maybe
good.
maybe he shouldn't have quit his day job then. I
He
don't
was an
know.
actor first, and then went into music. And 30 seconds, but 30 Seconds to Mars doesn't put anything out in like 7 years
Oh, because they lost their main boy.
because he hasn't been writing music. I guess
He'd been
it's a
Morbin.
shame. It's a shame. Yeah, he's been
It was
Morbin.
Morbin time.
He knew. He knew after they released that album.
Man, I don't have any hope for Tron 3 because, Daft Punk's gone. They're not I
Mm,
don't think they're going to come back to do the score,
yeah.
which let's be
You know
honest,
what?
Daft Punk's
If
score for Tron Legacy was just
you know what,
phenomenal.
if you're, you know what you could do. You know what they should do, because this would fit perfectly. You know what they do? You remember the Black Ops 2 menu music?
No, I don't.
You've never
I'm
heard the
sorry,
Black
no.
Ops? Oh my gosh, the Black Ops 2 menu music fits like any like epic futuristic. People who play Call of Duty know this. You would fall asleep for like hours and then wake up to hearing that music at like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was awesome.
That's cool.
Either that, or you just go the surefire way to know you're getting a absolute fire like cinema masterpiece of a music scape, and just hire Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, he was good. That's always an easy way out too. It's not going to feel the same, you know. That
Mm,
I have that Daft Punk score for the Tron Legacy movie. I have it on
mm.
vinyl.
That's cool.
It's really
I
I
think
love that
low
score so
key.
much.
How does vinyl sound? I've never heard anything like on vinyl. How does it sound comparison to like MP3?
Well, clearly you're going to get like better quality streaming. Um, Especially now that Apple Music has like the
The
lossless.
lossless, yeah.
Um,
I'm waiting for Spotify to add that.
it should be coming soon. I think I'm pretty sure they're
I
working
need
on
it.
it.
I need it because I did the thing where you turn all of your Spotify settings, you turn like the normalization off, turn the quality to the highest possible setting there is. It makes a difference, man. It makes a difference.
I might actually do that right now.
It makes a difference. You start hearing things in songs that you just didn't notice before.
What did you turn off?
You have to turn off audio normalization because what that does
Ah,
is every song it slightly compresses and changes the audio volume so that they're all like typically like if like say two different bands are recording in the studio, right? One might record one of their naturally higher volume, so you might need to turn up like the music a little bit more for the band to record it like slightly quieter, but it makes a difference.
the auto adjust quality.
Let me go see in my
Or
Spotify. If you go to settings, and then I think it's in playback, and it says
ah,
enable audio normalization. Turn that off,
playback. All
and
right, I'm doing it.
make sure the equalizer is turned off too, because equalizers compress songs. I want to listen to a song exactly how the artist meant it to be heard.
That's such a That's such a like an audiophile thing to say. Like, oh
Hey,
yeah, I want to
I'm
hear.
not even an audiophile. I don't know what half this crap is, but I just know when something sounds good.
Hey man, like that's all it's about though.
Yeah.
Is how it comes through.
Mhm.
But I think music wise, I've been in a really weird. I've been in a weird place. Like I've just shifted through a ton of different genres in the last like couple months. So I don't even know where I am currently. I've picked back up um, some some stuff from high school. Like, well, right now, I'll just go ahead and pull it up. Yeah, so right now I've been listening to a lot of like J. Cole and Kendrick and
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
it
I was
was that
never.
wasn't never really my tempo or it was never really my thing until just recently. For whatever reason, I got the itch to pull up Kendrick
Yeah,
Lamar and J. Cole and
I was never really a rap fan until I started playing football and I needed something to listen to before a game and whatnot. But growing up, I was always a alt rock, kind of even alt metal kind of
mhm.
person, and I still am at heart. Like that's still like my go-to music. But man, when I tell you, I used to despise country music when I was younger. And then after moving out to Oklahoma, man, I love my
Good
country
man,
music now.
good
That's kind of
man.
like right now. That's kind of my go-to. Like every time I turn on music, what do I listen to? Luke Combs just had a new album come out. I guess I'll throw that on.
Eh, I don't like Luke Combs.
You don't like Luke Combs?
No, we've been over this.
Oh, that's
We've
right.
been
That's
over this.
right.
I don't like Luke Combs. I'd prefer older country music. I
Fair
think,
enough. Fair enough.
or something new that sounds older. I think
Fair enough.
I've I've picked up a few more modern artists, but obviously like Tyler Childers is going to be a go to because he
Yeah.
still has kind of the classic
Mhm.
sound. But high school, I had a lot of classic rock, and then and that was just kind of through my friends. My friends listened to a lot of classic rock, but then they would listen to some rap and stuff.
I feel like this is a divisive kind of classic rock band. What are your thoughts on Journey?
I mean, some good stuff. You know,
Okay, I agree. I agree.
I'm
And I
not
listen.
gonna say they're geniuses, but
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of a lot of their music. I like the synth work that they have in a lot of their stuff.
mhm.
But
Yeah, I'm
I
a
know some people who just despise Journey.
really
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for synth because I play a little keyboard, or I
Mhm.
used to. I don't really anymore, but I like a good synth riff.
Well, that's why I like my current favorite band, Starset, is a they classify themselves as cinematic rock,
Yeah, I was
which
gonna
is
ask you.
the
Um,
best way to describe it.
since I've been discovering so much new music lately, I was gonna text you and ask you if what was the name of that band you love so much that was like
It's
rock
Starset.
opera or something. But yeah,
Yeah,
I'll have
and
to.
it's music for like space opera like movies. It's
That's cool.
they have an alt metal rock kind of bass sound, kind of almost like a Breaking Benjamin in a way,
Hmm.
but there's so much synth work going on. They have two cellists and a violinist in the band,
Ooh.
which is
Okay.
awesome. And I'll tell you what, I'm a sucker for synth work and violin work in a rock song. But you know what really puts the song over the top? If I hear
Drums.
a
Oh.
church bell in the background of a song, oh my god, I am
Church
there.
bell. That's interesting. I wouldn't have guessed that one.
If you tuck it in the back and you just kind of hear it like a heavy like dong sound in the back, oh, it just adds so much.
That's cool. I'll have to check them out. I think that's
They're
probably up my alley.
they have a wide range of stuff. They have stuff that ranges from almost very much like Breaking Benjamin. They actually just did a collab with Breaking Benjamin that came out last year, which is fantastic. But then some of their other stuff, the lead singer has an all like electronica kind of side project he has. Some of their main work is heavily electronic at times, so I like it all. It all sounds good to me.
Did you listen to Posty's new song?
I have not, but I am a big Post Malone fan.
Go check it out.
Okay,
Go
I
check
do
it
like
out. I
Post.
won't
I
say
do
any
like
more, but go
Post.
ahead and go
All
check
right,
it out.
I'll have to listen to it then. I'm a big Post fan. I do like
I
him.
like Posty. I want to go to a Posty concert at some point.
That'd probably be awesome. He seems like such a genuinely good dude too.
He just seems like a really chill guy.
Do you ever seen the video of like some kid like harassing him? He's like, "You
No.
suck," and then Posty's just like, "Why would you say that?" Why is me? Why
Aw.
would you say that? I felt so
Aw.
bad.
No, he seems like a really nice guy, but
Yeah, he does.
he definitely
I
doesn't look the part.
yeah.
Or he
You know,
looks the part. He doesn't. What
he doesn't look like what you would expect him to sound like. He's not
he
afraid to just
he
sing.
seems nicer than he looks.
Yeah,
There's a better because like you know
I'm a big fan.
all
He's
the
got
tattoos and stuff. You're like, oh, this
yeah,
he's like a tough guy, but no, he's a
yeah.
big teddy
No,
bear. He's a
and I
sweetheart.
tell you what, he's got a surprisingly good voice.
Oh yeah, I like my favorite Posty songs are when he's actually just singing, just straight
Hmm.
up singing.
You know who my guilty pleasure is and always kind of has been. I actually have two. I have two. If I'm gonna listen to like pop kind of music, I'm gonna go Adele. I
Okay,
love me some Adele.
okay,
And by God, am I a massive Justin Timberlake fan.
okay. All right.
Massive. I love JT.
I'm not a JT guy myself, but my friend David likes a lot of JT and
I
stuff.
love JT. I grew up
That's
listening to that stuff. That's stuff
that's
when he
fair.
was on the radios and we were growing up and always heard it. Yeah, I could vibe to some Adele too, man. She's got
I
such a good voice.
I told you I had a weird collection of music taste in high school. Adele was in my high school music taste for some reason. I
Actually,
don't know how I got looped into Adele, but I did.
I have two more actually too that are more recent. Dua Lipa. I think everybody likes Dua Lipa to some degree. And I don't know why, but Halsey's voice, just love it.
I like Halsey
Love
has a
it.
beautiful voice. I
Love it.
I want to give my or not my Adele thing, my Dua Lipa thing. So I have the proud honor of saying, and I know it's cringe, and I know like it's a meme to say it, but like I was in on Dua Lipa before everybody else. All right, I like look. She blew up. I think she blew up like in March
It was
of 2021,
yeah,
or
somewhere around there.
like maybe from like February to March of 2021.
That sounds
I
about
was
right.
in on like December to January
All right.
because our friend Bo that we had on the podcast on episode 2 that didn't actually go out because the audio messed up. He got me on Dua Lipa because he knows I like.
So he must have been the person who also got Colin
Yeah,
willingly
oh, he did. He
onto
did.
Dua Lipa.
He
Because
did.
every time Colin would pick us up, it was always
Yeah.
physical play. Always.
Well, and what was funny to me is like, you know, I like Colin, I like Bo. When they're like, "Oh yeah, there's a new pop album out that's really good," I'm like, okay, whatever. But when he was like, "Oh no, it's really cool because it takes like a lot of like the groove and kind of like funkiness of '70s like disco and funk era and combines it with
You
more
know,
modern
that's a trend
sounds," I was like, "That's
that I've
cool. I like
noticed
that."
across genres.
Hmm.
Like across every genre, we're going back to like the 80s style like synth work, and I love it.
Well,
I
and
love it.
even bass wise, right? Like,
Yeah. It's all groovy, like it's kind of some funkiness to it. Like
dude,
I
there
love it.
like there's 3 or 4 songs on that Dua Lipa album that if you just cut out the vocals, it would be like a '70s disco song. Like
Yeah.
it's really
It's
cool.
awesome. I love it. I love that we're going back to that sound. I love it.
I like the
I'm
retrograding
glad
there.
we moved out of the just here's a wall of sound just bursting your eardrums that we got in the mid 2010s.
Yeah, well, that was unpleasant wall of sound. I don't mind wall of sound if it's
Yeah,
done
done
carefully.
right. Yeah,
Well, and another thing about my weird music taste is I like free jazz too.
interesting.
So
Interesting.
I have to defend wall of sound, but like I don't like everywhere from my library has everywhere from like George Strait to Dua Lipa to like John Coltrane to like it's just
Yeah,
weird. I've
mine's become more wide ranging. I'm not that wide ranging, but mine goes from like Linkin Park to JT to Dua Lipa to whatever else. I mean,
I think
got some
the
Metallica in there.
I think the only like major genre I haven't tapped into is probably metal. I haven't done any metal really.
I'm not a fan of this. There's some. There's some ways to do it correctly. I think the new prevailing wave coming out of metal is this metal core sound. which is similar to alt metal, but for
You
emo cringy kids who just want to scream into a microphone, and I don't like it. Like, I'm a fan of tasteful screaming. You throw it in here and there. But when your
tasteful
entire
screaming.
like the occasional like scream in the background of a chorus or in a bridge, perfect. But
I'm okay
if
with a
you're
little
screaming,
tasteful screaming.
but if you're screaming through the entire chorus and that's your chorus, that's just not pleasant for me to listen to.
That's fair. You should talk to my friend Jacob. He's a big music guy, but he's really like invested into the ins and outs of like what defines genres and stuff. And he
Mm.
would love, and he's a metal guy too. He would love to talk to you about
I found
the different genres of metal.
I'm just gonna out myself here a little bit, but I found a new kind of alt rock band that I found on TikTok.
Okay, yeah,
They
you
just
have outed yourself.
they randomly showed up on my page. They've had 2 songs they put out so far. Both of them are bangers. They're
I
both good.
I thought you didn't really use TikTok much. Oh
I use it for
no.
me. I use it for
Oh
memes
no. Oh
mostly. When I'm
no,
trying to,
Will.
I on there when I'm trying to go to sleep at night. And I
You've
got like nothing to do. I
you've
know.
been corrupted.
I've been corrupted for a
That's
while.
okay.
I'm being honest, but there. I see. I'm not on the whole like there's half naked girls dancing on my TikTok.
Hmm.
I'm on the absolutely unhinged. These are brain melting memes that are just an Xbox Live lobby come to life.
Oh, well, if you put it that way, it doesn't sound so bad.
That or I get dogs. Now I'm on dog and cat TikTok too.
I just don't do much social media. I'll peruse a
I gotta stop. I'm
I'll
way too much
peruse
social
some
media.
social media every now and again. I get tired of it, man. I hate like I can't even iron out my own life. I can't keep my own life straight. I don't want to care about other
I
people's
know.
stuff.
I know.
That sounds terrible, but you know what I
There's
mean. Like I
there's
need to
like
put my mental brain power towards fixing myself. Like I can't
that's
think
why
about.
with YouTubers, I don't watch a ton of different YouTubers. Really, I watch like the guys I grew up watching. Like I don't know if you grew up watching like
I watch way more YouTube than I
oh yeah,
do social media.
like
I
I
watch
grew
so
up
much
watching.
YouTube.
I grew up watching like the Vanoss crew, and if you're into gaming at all, like you know who the Vanoss crew is. Like I still watch them. I still love them. There's 1 or 2 YouTubers that I've discovered recently who I very much like and actually make fantastic content. And his name is it's a couple. They recently got married. They're our age actually. His name's Ryan Trahan is the guy who I mostly watch. He makes some thought provoking videos and some really cool stuff.
Hmm.
Like he over the summer he did a 30-day like live like daily vlog upload challenge where he started in LA and had to make it across the country to meet Mr. Beast, starting with only a penny, and everything he bought had to be earned with the profit that initially came from that penny.
Hmm.
And it was so cool to
That's
watch.
cool.
And he was doing a thing where like you can donate money to a food bank, and if you donated like $50,000, it reset him back to $0. He
Oh
got reset
man.
like 7 times.
Oh man, that's tough. But hey, that's good though that he does that kind of stuff.
Yeah, his wife is also very. I like their content. Like it's they seem like good people. So
Yeah, I spend way too much time watching YouTube. I've
oh
gotten
yeah,
back into
same.
TV. Nowadays when I get home from work, it's like I get home and I'm so tired I don't want to do anything, so I just throw on TV and I watch something.
You ever watch the show Suits?
No, I
You
haven't. But
should. You
with okay,
should.
is it a more serious show or is it pretty fun like funny?
It's both.
Both?
There are serious moments, but they are far outweighed by mostly lighthearted moments.
What's it stream on?
It was on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. Okay. I'll have to check it out.
It's so good.
It's
It's so
very from what I understand, it's like a corporate drama type thing.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes. You want me to give you kind of like the setup for it?
You don't have to.
Okay.
I
It's
understand. I think I
it's
understand
very good.
because if it's, I think it's pretty similar to what I'm currently watching, which is Succession. Which
Interesting.
have you watched?
I have not.
Okay, well I'll watch Suits and you watch Succession.
All right.
I think
That I want
you'll.
to watch. You ever watch 24?
No, I haven't.
Oh boy. The first 2 seasons are dated because they came out in like the early 2000s. But man, if you want to see Kiefer Sutherland, just be Kiefer Sutherland. It's so good.
That's
It's
cool.
great. It is one of the best TV shows I've ever seen.
I'm really vibing with Succession. Like
That's cool.
I'm assuming it's
Who's in
pretty
that?
similar. Um, all right, here we go. You know,
I can just Google it.
I'll tell you who is in it. I can't think of the main guy, but I can tell you who is in it. Alan Ruck is in it.
Really?
Yes. The Good
Interesting.
and Wise Rabbit is in that show. So
Interesting.
it's worth watching just to see Alan Ruck. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of his name. Brian Cox is the lead honcho guy.
See, man, we need to get you in the Twister shoot. You can just be Dusty's son.
I would love to be Dusty's son.
Like,
I would love to be Dusty's son.
it would be great.
I am Dusty's son, basically. I'm like, not biologically, but I might as well be.
Oh, that'd be great.
If I'm you could be Preacher's kid. You kind of look like him. You kind of look like Preacher a little.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
Maybe.
I feel like people could also say I could be Jonas's son too.
You could.
Dark
You
hair.
could.
Yeah, I could see that. I could play a bad guy storm chaser. I'll go run someone off the road.
I mean, you have so much practice since you're in it for the money and not the science.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, clearly.
Oh, goodness, man. We're coming up on. Well, I had the stream running on the open menu, or not the open menu, but like the starting thing. So we're not quite at an hour and a half. We should be a
How
few
about
minutes
that?
lower, but
How about that?
we just killed a lot of time not actually talking about
Man.
weather.
Well, you
So
know what? That's fine.
it's
This is
good.
It's a place for us to talk. We can talk
Man,
about whatever.
if
It's
we
our
talk about
podcast.
yeah,
It's
you know
our
what?
podcast.
If
It's a weather based, but guess what? We can add whatever we want on top
it's weather inclined.
of that. Yeah.
It's a weather inclined podcast. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm really hungry. So
All right, man.
I think we might want to go ahead and call it there.
All
So
right. Sounds good. Yeah, I'll probably order a pizza for dinner. I think that's
I think I'm probably gonna go get a salad or something.
There you go.
I've been
You
being
have
a
any-
good boy and watching
Chick-
my.
Chick-fil-A's
Junk
Cobb
food.
salad slaps.
You know what's pretty good? The what a salad.
Really?
What a burger.
You know, I would try that if we had one here.
That's right,
Whataburger.
dude.
You
I'm
don't have
so
Whataburger?
sorry.
I don't have Brahms. I have Canes. I have Canes.
That's tough, dude. At least you have the canes. At least you have canes. I had canes last night.
If I had Whataburger, dude, I'd be there so much.
Man, I like Wob, but you got to be careful not to overdo it because
True. There's a lot of
They're-
sodium in that food, man.
their menu is very limited. You're either getting like the specialty burgers, at least in my case. I'm either getting like the specialty burgers, like the green chili or the chicken strip one, or like just a good old fashioned
I'm a big fan
like
of the
chicken
mushroom Swiss.
sandwich.
I like the mushroom Swiss burger.
I don't think I've ever actually had that.
It's good. It's good. If you like mushrooms, it's good.
I'm iffy on mushrooms. I don't like the texture
Fair
of
enough.
like a whole mushroom,
Mhm.
and also the texture of like the dried out mushrooms on pizza bothers me.
Oh,
But I don't
yeah.
mind the taste of mushroom. Like I've had like mushroom risotto and stuff. Like I don't mind the taste of mushroom. I just the texture, especially on like pizza mushrooms. It's like little cardboard.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Yeah.
But I don't mind mushrooms. But the real pizza topping game changer is jalapenos. Literally, jalapenos changes the game. Jalapeno
Yeah,
pepperoni,
Changes the
bacon
game
chicken
because
jalapeno.
I would not eat it.
Do you not like jalapenos?
See. This is where I'm gonna offend my Hispanic ancestors.
Uh-oh.
You think me being Puerto Rican, I would like spicy food, and I don't hate like mildly spicy food. Hate jalapenos. Hate super spicy things. Not a fan. My go-to pizza, my new favorite like pizza is chicken bacon ranch.
Chicken bacon ranch is solid. Dang it! Now I want pizza. You know what? I haven't eaten anything today. I think I can spare the
Alrighty.
calories for a pizza.
Yeah, there you
I'll
go.
spare the calories for a pizza. That
There you
sounds
go.
really good.
I've been trying. Yeah, I've been trying to be a little bit healthier. I've gotten a few things to make.
It's been so hard because like I've been doing mornings now. I'm pretty much exclusively, unless there's severe weather or something, I'm pretty much exclusively working in the mornings,
Mhm.
which means I get up super early, like way before the sun.
Mhm.
So then by the time I'm done with my shift, I'm exhausted. But it's like I've only been awake for, you know, I've only been awake for 10 hours, but it feels
Yeah.
like I've been awake for. And then so I have to make a decision. Okay, well, am I going to go to the gym or am I going to just go home and take a nap? And then I almost 9 times out of the 10, I end up just not actually going to the gym and just going
Yeah,
home and
that's
sleeping.
the hardest part with shift work is you can never get a set schedule. At least for my shift work, yours at least it's kind of set in the morning. But since my days rotate and some days I work
Hmm.
days, some days I work nights, it's hard to get an established
Yeah,
rhythm.
and I'm working on it. I'm doing better now that I have all mornings. I
Mhm.
used to do like evenings on the weekdays and then mornings on the weekends, and that was just whack. Like
Yeah,
I could not get my brain to figure out like, hey, the sun might be up, but I'm going to bed. Like
I hate
I
that. I
couldn't get
hate
my
it.
brain to wrap
I
around it.
hate it because I have a
Well,
late shift tonight, and where I'm going to bed at 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's just no bueno.
no bueno. Well, in that case, I think maybe we should both retire from this
Alrighty.
present stream, go eat, go sleep, and
Yeah.
you have work tonight, don't you? So
Yep.
we probably
Yep.
better go ahead and get you off then, so you can. Oh, not like that. Um, so you can, get ready for work because I'd hate for you
Yeah.
to. Well, thank you all
Yes. Thanks for
for
tuning in, y'all.
tuning in. Yeah, we had a less weathery episode, but I'm glad this was a good way to
Yeah.
kick off.
If you like these less weatherly episodes, we could do these more often too, because I enjoy just talking about anything. So
Yeah, I think generally speaking, we want to appeal to everybody, not just weather nerds. So we want to keep it balanced. Because at the end of the day, I think we want this to be an area where people, if you don't know much about weather, you can come and learn a thing or two, or just hang out and chit chat with
yeah,
us. And if you are a weather nerd, you can look at some maps or something and chit chat with us about that. But like I think in general, we want it to be a pretty welcoming thing. So yeah, we will probably keep a few of these episodes a little less weather focused, but we're always happy to be here. Honestly, I don't even care what we talk about. I just
yeah,
like getting to hang out with my buddy Will.
yeah,
So
absolutely. Yeah,
it's
come on here one night and just have a beer and just talk.
we could honestly just just do more chit chat streams.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for
I'm down
that.
for that. Although we still got a whole list of stuff we got to cover. We got
Oh
to do.
yeah, we got some stuff coming up for y'all.
I I we don't have a day on it yet, but we do have the El Reno discussion coming soon. And I think we also wanted to maybe make some non-podcast content,
Yeah,
maybe
you
some
like?
like standalone videos. So
Yeah,
yeah, if you have any suggestions on that, shoot
let us
us
know.
a
Yeah,
tweeter.
tweet us. We'll see it if it's on Twitter. We'll see it. We're trying
Yeah,
to expand our reach. So if you see us on Twitter at Reflect Pod,
and
go
we do read the comments on the YouTube videos. A
yes,
lot of people,
yes.
yeah, leave your top 5 favorite Minecraft recipes in the comments, and then not actually read it. But we do read the comments, and we read all the social media
Please
posts. So
actually
we'll
do. I would laugh if you guys actually left your top five favorite
Yeah,
Minecraft
please leave
recipes.
your top 5 favorite Minecraft recipes in the comments. If for some reason you watched this far into the episode and sat through all of our rambling about Dua Lipa, we will appreciate it and we will give you a shout out in the next episode. If you chose good Minecraft recipes.
Yes.
If not, you're banned forever. All right, goodbye.
All right. See you, folks.
Maybe. There we go.
All right.